Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, Head Currency Analyst. In this video we're going to be taking a look at dollar CAD as we expect this market to continue its bearish move. Now, just looking at the overall weekly chart, I do want to just jump to a monthly as well, just to kind of give this a little bit more context of what's actually going on with this market. You know, the dollar has dropped quite significantly recently, and we do expect that to continue down into sort of the 95.50 area, or at least $95. And the Canadian dollar has really gained some strength off the back of that, as well as the recent good data out of their economy as well. So what we're looking at is essentially what could happen. And just looking at this market on the monthly chart, we can see that we are making lower highs. Okay, so you can see from here we are making those lower highs and those lower lows. So we're kind of in this sort of bearish or this sort of wedge pattern overall. And just looking at this in general makes me think that we are going to see a little bit of further downside on a monthly time frame. You know, if I was looking at this, and you know, sometimes I ask myself if this was a daily or a 4-hour chart, what would I be expecting? And the first sort of answer I'd say to myself is, well, I'd expect the market to come and test these sorts of lows down in here, for the market to potentially bounce higher in an overall uptrending market. So you can see I've drawn that line in, and it looks like it's a giant flag pattern on this monthly time frame. But for that to come down here, it's going to take a few months at least. So you know, we have to prepare long term and maybe short term. So as long as these bearish candles continue to form, you can expect the market to potentially come and test this little level in here around about that 1.2250. Now, I'm just going to clear all these drawings off, and we're going to go down into a weekly time frame. So if I just jump there, you can see what's happening. Now again, adding a little bit more context to what we're talking about, we are expecting market to maybe drop into this 12250 sort of area. And look what's been happening. We had this large move up, large move down, consolidation. Okay, so we talked about this before. This market has been in this kind of wedge consolidation pattern. Now we've had another breakout. So what do we expect now? And I expect the market to kind of travel the same distance as this. Okay, so again, let's just remove these drawing tools and let's add a little bit of context around it. So you had this impulse move from all the way up into the 1.3670s, down into the 1.3070s. Okay, so I'm going to clone this up, add this to the recent high that was formed, and you can see that with that clone of that measured move, we could potentially expect the market to come down to at least into that 1.3 level. Okay, and if we look left, 1.3 in the past has been noticeably acted as support and resistance in the past. So you can see we have, if I just try and get it to that 1.3 point, you know, we have support in there, again support, resistance. So it is a decent area where the market could test again. Now let's just put in that price action. I've had a breakout of this wedge pattern that formed like so. Okay, so we could expect another drop. Okay, so how do we trade this? Now 1.33 is a crucial level to dollar CAD, so I'm just going to type in here 1.33. okay, I'm just going to make it resistance because I know price is below that level currently. So what I'm currently looking for is the market to actually trade back up towards this 1.33 level on a 4-hour time frame. So again, you can see nice breakout of that consolidation, pullback. We retested these lows around about that 1.3440, and we've continued that impulse move down. So again, I'm expecting the market to head down towards this 1.3 level. So all I'm going to be looking for now is pullback continuation trades. Okay, so what I want to see is the market pull back into this 1.3, reject in the form of some kind of double top. Maybe we'll see a higher high and a little bit of a breakout, false break. Then look for the move down. Okay, I don't want to be selling just yet because this move is overextended. I want to see some kind of correction. Now, if I just bring in the fib, and I'm going to go from the gap lower all the way up into this swing high in there. You can see that 618 just sits above that 1.33. So what what the most ideal option for me is here is a pullback into that 1.33, a rejection, a false breakout, and a continuation down. What we would see at that point as well is a test of our moving averages at that point as well. You start to see them curl upwards and then another push lower. So keep an eye on this area on dollar CAD. We're expecting the drop to be all the way down into this 1.3 midterm. Okay, so keep an eye on this. CAD is a strong market currently, and we could see this play out quite nicely. So thanks for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. If you're watching on TradingView, give us a follow. Comment below. What do you see happening in this market? See you soon.